just disgusted with this. Absolutely. I'm disgusted with the way the project was proposed. They were given special concession as a whole block project when it is not. And anybody with any eyeballs knows we have a parking problem, and that's not being addressed either.
Okay, can we affirm nothing is official until we are here, like today, with the city council members that are eligible to vote in public?
Correct.
Yes or no?
One council member, one planning commissioner doesn't have the ability to bind the city to anything.
That would go to what? If that would have, the proposal would have gone to a historical area, building?
Yes, the original proposal was to provide the money with that sum of money to be used for historical preservation. Specifically, it would have been at Hartwell Park.
Okay, so it doesn't go to historical society, it goes for their function, for their finances. I just want to have it very clear to me and to everybody.
The money would come to the city, and the council would ultimately have the decision of allocating, appropriating that money to any future historical projects.
So, rumor, now we have the reality.
If I was a little bit abrupt with Councilmember Gibbs when he recused himself, I believe I have good reason to be abrupt. He's put this council in a position where it's either the three of us vote yes, or if one of us even recuses themselves, the project fails. Mr. Gibbs, I hope you're listening. You're the head of the Republican Party locally here in Santa Clarita. Your job is to know more about elections than the common citizen. Carl Goldman just said he's been here for 45 years serving the community, and I agree, he's done a great job. He's a very smart man. He knows more about this community than probably almost anybody else. But yet he goes 1 week after the session here with his wife, who is stressing out because she's got to find a place to rent. But they both go to a fundraiser for Jason Gibbs for Congress, and they donate money to him. Now, I'm sorry. I got two of the brightest political minds in the world, and they forced Jason to have to recuse himself. Why is that? Why is it, Jason, you, that you take a building that was assessed, I believe, at $1.9 million, and you're a smart man too, and a smart businessman too, but you're paying $2.434 million for something that's assessed at 1.9? Why is that?
It adds units to the project. That's the only reason we can afford that dollar amount.
Then why is it you couldn't afford $750,000 to give to the city for mitigation?
There was a lot of concern amongst the community about the fate of KHTS, and some concern.
There's not a lot of concern about the fate of KHTS in the community. There's no proof of that whatsoever. Are you smelling what I'm smelling? Okay. 1 week after our wannabe congressman profiles in Latino Kurds votes for the project, the Goldmans go and visit his fundraiser and give him at least $500. And it's rich because Carl came over here to this meeting not that long ago and accused us of not being transparent. And we've been nothing but transparent. And the Goldmans have been nothing but not transparent on this deal. I'm smelling something I don't like to smell.
We're scared of starting a project and getting into a legal battle.
I want $750,000 for our city.
I mean, we have, I don't know how to
Why are
respond.
you giving $2.4 million to the Goldmans and not giving the rest of our mitigation money to the city?
I think at the last meeting, you told them to go make it right for KHTS.
That's true, but I didn't think they would make it right at our expense. For a smart businessman, I think you got fleeced on this one. You should go back to them and ask them. Maybe you should close that deal. Close it by not doing it. You're overpaying.
I'm not sure that we are the ones to tell someone that they're paying too much for something. That's up to him.
I have no problem with them being stupid. That's their business. Okay. But I have a problem when they're being stupid with money that should come to the city. Patsy Ayala and I have been attacked rather viciously on social media for a vote. One day I had X number of friends. The next day I had X number minus a bunch of people that blindly lead Denise. For all that Mr. Goldman says about his wife being busy trying to find a place to rent, his wife's been busy pushing a lot of theories and anti-Bill Miranda stuff. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing anywhere to hide. I suspect, based on what I'm smelling, that maybe KHTS has some things to hide. Do you know the building you just bought was a historic building? Former Commissioner Light has been charging around town and in the local paper about all sorts of non-factual nonsense, claiming wrongdoing. Oh my God, the council's corrupt. Whine, whine, whine. Even after Ms. Light asked her question about the historic preservation mitigation fee to the city, Ms. Light voted for the project twice. So I'm not sure how Ms. Light goes from asking her questions about the project, knowing all the facts and voting in favor of it twice, to being a pretend whistleblower. Like, oh my God, there's something wrong with the council. Lorene cut a deal. She ran for city council. And she got beat by 3 members of this city council. She didn't just get beat, she got her ass kicked by 3 members of the city council. That's how popular Denise Light is. I have a motion.
Okay. Yes.
Do I have a second? I'll second.
What happens if my vote is not yes?
If you do not cast a yes vote, then the project would not be approved. The developer can decide to move forward with the project they already have approved, or they can decide to challenge that denial. They would have to do so in court. Additionally, HCD and the Attorney General could challenge that.
It's my job to kind of protect the city, and even though I am giving up a principle of mine in principle, I feel like there's no choice here.
Councilmember Ayala.
Aye.
Councilwoman McLean.
Call him next, please. Call Bill.
Mayor Miranda.
With great reservation, yes.
Yeah, as I said again, under a lot of protest, I feel like I have to vote yes, because the time to stop this nonsense was long ago when you vote for people in Sacramento. They're the ones that are causing this for us.